And welcome back to defensive rookie unit, Jason Burrett. Khalil Mack just finished second. Yeah, we finished. Best quarterback, obviously. I think Bortles. Standing for that. He's a rookie. Best wide receiver.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Like I said, I was gonna make that guy. I scouted this guy first of all. I mean, this guy was a beast. He still had the A speed, A agility, A acceleration, like he did, but he had A zone, A man coverage, so he could really step into this league and be something right away.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Send to our next pick.
The Jets just made their pick. Packers have made their Matthews. Saints have just made Hughes their guy. Let's hear more about him from Adam.
A common complaint scouts like Matt Miller had was his dependence on raw power rather than proper technique. He tested well physically at his pro day, moving fast and displaying some strength. But in swim and rip drills, his hands looked slow, and he relied more on his weight to move through the drill. If his technique doesn't, he may find himself getting locked up by linemen and unable to break free.
This is probably his last season in the NFL. So I'm going to draft him just to get him.
Okay, so now that he's off the board now, so tell us more about Seahawks pick is in. Adam, give us the latest information on this guy.
When I asked Matt Miller about his combine, the look on his face summed it up well. Disappointment. He told me the lack of explosiveness had him and other scouts very worried. His combine numbers were among the lowest across the board for linebackers. The biggest concern was his struggle to change directions quickly. In today's league, you need to be able to cover athletic tight ends and backs out of the backfield, and because that's a problem for him, he may only be out there on first and second downs. It'll be interesting to see how this team utilizes him.
Take one from St. Louis.
Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. Adam Schefter. The Giants have made Ellison their newest player.
Well, he had a brief scare in the offseason, and I'm sure it scared a few teams out there as well. The combine ended abruptly for him after an undisclosed heart condition was discovered during a routine medical exam. Officials held him out of workouts and asked that he consult a specialist. Unable to perform any drills, he did stay at Indy and interviewed with each team.
Now that he's been picked, Adam, tell us more about Tolliver.
Well, he showed potential in school. He turned in one of the weakest performances of the defensive lineman at the All-Star game. Anytime he was on the field, they lost the battle in the trenches, giving up rushing yards and giving the quarterback plenty of time in the pocket. Matt Miller told me he got stood up by any offensive lineman he was matched against, and struggling to get off the block removed him from a lot of plays. He needs to develop some moves.
Now that Mack is off the board, Adam, what do you have on him?
A wide receiver in college plagued by drop passes at the most inopportune times. Here's a guy that had vanished off just about every mock draft in existence until his decision to move to defensive back. He's a talented athlete who runs exceptional routes and has great speed, with one source telling me if he could catch, he would have been one of the top 4 wide receivers taken in this draft. Several scouts I talked to love his offensive knowledge and are excited as to how that could translate to play recognition and pass defense. This team is getting a very raw defensive talent with this pick, but with patience, it could have something special.
Alright, and that will be the end of the draft. So let's just check out the overall ratings right away for these rookies. These rooks. James Austin. See how our team is. Oh, just think, I almost forgot about this. Almost forgot about this. I've been thinking. These are actually really good. I actually enjoy. I have fun with them. So if you comment, if you subscribe, if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next episode.